Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. Welcome to TD Delights, and the recipe for today is, as promised, an Indian recipe which I think there would be none who doesn't love. And we're gonna make chole, which in English are called chickpeas, and they will be with gravy, and they gonna be great. So let's start it. So these are the ingredients which I've kept here. So I've kept some cut finely chopped tomatoes. This is unsalted butter. This is green chili paste. These are some chickpeas which I had boiled and I have mashed them. This makes the gravy thicker, so these are kept because of that. Now this is hing, or we call it aspetido. This is haldi, and in English it's called turmeric. Okay, I need to recall the names in English. This is coriander or dhania. This is black pepper or kali mirch. This is cumin or jeera. This is methi, and this is fenugreek, and this is red chili. This is again methi. So this is the dried methi, and this is the green methi. And this is ginger paste, and this is some tomato puree. So let's get started by switching on the gas and putting the hot pan. So this is chickpeas which I had first I had taken 1.5 cup of chickpeas, and I had kept them overnight in water after I washed them. Then I boiled them in water, and you have to add at least 4 times water in it, and add a little bit salt. There's no need to add any kind of soda. They'll become wonderful if you keep them on a sim flame after your first whistle for around 40 minutes. Now I've added butter. People who have been watching my previous videos would know that I like to cook in butter because it's healthier and it's tastier. And this is unsalted butter as usual, and we start with our spices. So starting the aspetido, then I add some dried fenugreek, cumin, coriander, turmeric, some more turmeric because this will give the color. Red chili, very little because that leaves in green as well. And it's already smelling great. Now I add some green chili paste. This is as per your taste. Also add some ginger paste. So because I don't eat garlic, so I'm not adding garlic. If you eat garlic, you can add that. Saute, saute, and saute. Now let's add tomato. And people, because I don't eat onions, so I'm not adding onions. If you eat onions, so first you have to saute the onions. Once they are light pink, then you need to add the tomatoes, and you can cook them together after that. And you need to make sure that both the tomato and onions, if you're using both of them, they start losing the oil. That is when you know that your masala is done or your gravy is done. If it's not using the oil, then it's still incomplete. So I'm gonna add some salt here. And for my viewers who think that how would the chickpeas or the chola masala be perfect without onions and without garlic, I can guarantee you should try this and you will be amazed with the results. So my tomatoes, they are not yet ready, so let's keep them for some time. We need to keep them for around 5 minutes on a sim flame. Okay, so see, our gravy is almost ready, but as I said, that until it oozes out the oil or the butter, whatever you're using, it's not completely ready. And I have taken it less of tomatoes. I mean, the number of tomatoes were 3 because I had to add some of the tomato and basil sauce, or you can call the puree, the tomato puree. If you don't have tomato puree, just make sure to increase the quantity of your tomatoes. Adding a bit of salt and a bit of pepper. Now if you have a question like, when I've already added the green chili and I've also added a bit of red chili, then why am I adding pepper? Pepper, one, is very good for your body, for your skin. It has a lot of benefits, and 2, it is the main ingredient for your taste buds, because it makes the food, whatever you are preparing, even if you add a pinch of it, it adds to the taste of it. Okay, so stir and stir until it oozes out the butter or the oil. In any vegetable you're preparing, especially which has a gravy, this gravy is the main thing. If it is perfect, then your vegetable is gonna be delicious, whatever you are making. Be it your white chickpeas, or be it the black grams, be it rajma, the kidney beans, be it mushroom, anything which you make, the gravy is the main thing. And if you cook it well, then your entire recipe is gonna be amazing. So if you see now, our gravy is becoming thicker and thicker, and it will be soon oozing out the oil. Make sure you're cooking it on low gas, whether it's electric or it's the other one. So now if you see, it's just on the verge of being perfect. It's oozing out the butter from the corner, but it will ooze out more. Now is the time when we have to add the special trick by which our gravy is gonna be as thick as it is with the onions. So there are two options. One is that if you have pre-boiled tomato at this, pre-boiled potato, at this particular stage you grate it and add it to the gravy and cook it with it. If you don't have that, then the second option is, we all had gram flour or besan. So this is gram flour and besan. I always keep this. I have already roasted it on the tawa for some time, on the skill set for some time, and I usually have it full, so I'm at the end of my jar already, or my box, so I'll be making some more. But this is something which will be making the gravy thicker. So I added 2 heaped spoon of it because I have a good quantity of chickpeas. Mix it well. Make sure the gas is very low, otherwise it will get burned, because it's already low roasted and it will become very thick after this. So you see, whatever was the oil that the gram flour has taken now we'll add some water to it. Now mix it well and make sure there are no lumps. The gas is still on sim or low. Okay, so our gravy is ready, and now I'm gonna add the chickpeas which I had taken out from the boiled entire lot, and I had crushed them. This will also add to the taste of the entire chana masala or the chickpea masala, and it will also make our gravy thicker, which is always the requirement. As I was mentioning earlier, that you can also add potatoes, boiled potatoes, to make your gravy thicker instead of gram flour, roasted gram flour. Now when you do that, make sure you use the same procedure. You have to keep your gas on very low, and you have to make sure that the grated potato is getting mixed properly and it getting a bit roasted with the entire tomato puree or the masala which is prepared. So now our base is almost done, and I'll be slowly pouring it to the lot of so this is my chickpea, and I think the water is a bit more, so I'll be taking out some water. Keeping it in a bowl so that if required I can add them later. It depends on how you like it. If you like it really thick, then you can take out more water. If you like it okay, then it's fine with this much of water taken out. So let's now slowly pour this entire gravy inside your chickpeas, boiled chickpeas. And the gas of my chickpeas is on, and it's on high because they were kept out for a while, and it's totally cold now. So I have to make sure that the entire mixture is cooked together and it comes to a good boil. So if you can see that the color is wonderful, and it will get more once it's getting boiled. So अब इसमें थोड़ा थोड़ा boil आने लग पड़ा था, so it started to boil a bit. At this point in time you have to add few ingredients, a little bit of black pepper if you like that, 1 teaspoon of garam masala. My Indian viewers will definitely know about it, or you can find it at any store, because that is something which will add to the ingredients. I never add the chana masala because it has garlic in it, and this is the final thing, which is dried fenugreek, green fenugreek. Make sure to mash it in your hands when you add it, before you add it. Mix it all well. And I'm telling you, the fragrance is currently amazing. So we're gonna cover it for some time so that it boils well. And I haven't added the rest of the water. If I will feel the need of it, I will do that. Let's wait for another 5 minutes until it's ready. And for people who know that the chickpeas, they are best with rice, so I'm making some rice here to utilize my time. So I'm making some rice. So what I've done is I've added ghee. If you don't have ghee, you can use oil or butter, whatever you wish. I've added some cumin seeds, which is called jeera. Now I'm adding 1 long, which is clove, and if you have, I don't have currently, so I'll not be able to add it. If you have the big black cardamom, then please add that as well. And let's wait for them to pop up. So I like to make things with measure so that the wastage is less. I had taken this bowl of rice, it was quarter bowl of rice, so I'll be adding double of water. This is when you make basmati rice. If you're making the tukda rice, then you need not add 2 times of whatever the quantity of rice you're taking. You can add 1.5 quantity of rice. And this is the method when you cook it in an open pan. If you're going to cook it in a cooker, which I'll do at this time, then you should add only 1.25 times of water. That's the base. So my cumins were already popped up. I've added the water, and because I'm going to cook it in cooker this time, so I've added 1.25 times of the water. And here you can see that this is almost ready. It's boiling a bit. I feel it's having a bit of extra water, so just to take that out, I'm boiling it a bit. However, when we make chickpeas, at one point in time they soak a lot of water, so if you want to eat it with rice or you like it with gravy, you may not boil it further, and it's already ready to be served. So I'll be boiling it for around 2 minutes more in open pan so that the water goes away. Let's wait for another 2 minutes. So here I had already taken out the quantity of rice which I had to make. This is a mixture of basmati and parmal rice. So we have different kinds of rice in India. So I've taken 2 kinds of rice, a mixture of both of them. And I've already put around 2 times of water, and I've let them soak for about half an hour. So the homework is already done, and now I'll be straining them. So now my water is boiling, so I'll be adding the rice to it. Please be careful because the pan is very hot. Now because this is jeera rice, so I'll be adding some salt. And if you have the whole black pepper, you can add around 2 whole black peppers to it. Black peppers to it. So I have now switched off my gas because the gravy consistency is fine, because we're gonna have it with both puris and rice. So this is done. You can see none of my scoop is like coming only with water. It's with both. Try it out and let me know how it was. Thank you for watching. And here the rice. So I've put the cover of the cooker, and I've put on the whistle as well. It is on high flame, and once the whistle goes, then I'll be putting it on sim for 5 minutes, and I'll switch it off, and my rice will also be ready. So see you back soon with another recipe. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Enjoy.